The blood on your bat is still warm. You slam the metal door shut behind you. 4 survivors, and barely enough supplies for one. Slow, relentless walkers, just like the ones from The Walking Dead, are on the other side scraping and clawing. This is the safe house. Your heartbeat slows. But in a world gone to hell, safe is just a word. For the hardcore survivors, this is Left 4 Dead come to life. Every corner could hold a zombie, and every doorway could be your last. But is this safe house really survivable, or just another trap dressed up as a sanctuary? Find out here on the Zombie Survival Archive. Before we jump in, this isn't just any survival scenario. This is a special edition set in the universe of Left 4 Dead, but with a twist. Instead of the fast, chaotic hordes and special infected from the game, we're slowing things down, way down. Today, you'll face classic walkers, the kind that shuffle, groan, and never stop coming. Think The Walking Dead style, slow, relentless, and lethal in numbers. You and 3 other survivors are holed up in a safe house, limited ammo, scarce supplies, and just one mission. Stay alive long enough to reach the next checkpoint. But don't get comfortable, because next time, we're cranking the difficulty all the way up and dropping you in the same location with actual Left 4 Dead infected. Tanks, witches, boomers, pure chaos. So under normal apocalypse conditions, could you survive? So let's paint the picture. This ain't your average zombie hideout. This is the safe house. Not any safe house, but the safe house in Left 4 Dead. You and 3 other survivors stumble into the first safe room from No Mercy, the apartments. Deep in the garage after escaping the rooftop, the rear armored door slams shut behind you. Valve's unmistakable signal that, for now, you're safe. The room is dark, damp, and reeks of mildew and gun oil. Med kits hang on the wall. Ammo rests on a splintered table. Faded graffiti covers the cinder block walls. Desperate notes from survivors who came before you. You catch your breath under the buzzing fluorescent light. No alarms, no moans. Just the silence between the storms. And you know what comes next. This safe house may save your life now, but it won't save you forever. Let's see if you can survive here. But before we dive into the pros and cons, let's break down the 3 things that always matter: water, food, and shelter. So let's just kick it off with water. There's no running water in the safe room itself, but there may be maintenance sinks or broken plumbing in nearby utility rooms or restrooms in the parking garage. Scavenging water would be essential early on, especially if the power is out and there's no filtration systems nearby. Next, let's talk about food. There's no food in the safe room. Maybe a half-eaten protein bar left by another survivor, but that's about it. However, this room leads into apartment buildings and stores above, so supply runs could yield food if you're fast and quiet. Lastly, shelter/defense. This is where the safe room shines. The metal door is reinforced. One entrance that's easy to defend. Cinder block walls, virtually indestructible. Plus you've got ammo, med kits, and possibly a pipe bomb or 2 on standby. You're protected for now, but ventilation is poor, and if a horde swarms the garage, it's game over if you don't evacuate fast. Now that we have the picture set, let's talk about the pros. One of the first pros is reinforced entry point. That iconic red metal door, it's a thick boy, bolted and rusted in all the right places. Most infected aren't getting through without sounding like a marching band on meth. It buys you time, and in a world like this, time is life. Also, strategic bottlenecking. Only one entrance means only one way in. That makes this place a natural kill zone. Funnel the infected into a tight space, and suddenly your half-broken shotgun becomes a crowd control weapon. Got a Molotov? Even better. Another pro is having a compact interior. Yeah, it's cramped, but that also means fewer angles to cover, no surprise flanks, no forgotten window behind you, and one person can lock this place down solo if they had to. The safe room also has quick access to gear. In Left 4 Dead, safe room always had weapons, med kits, or at least a few extra rounds. In reality, maybe someone dropped a half-full duffel bag, a med pouch, a flare gun, or a hammer with dry blood on it. Not much, but maybe enough. You also get a mental reset. This is underrated. After sprinting through alleys and screaming down hallways, stepping into a space that's quiet feels like a religious experience. The silence hits you harder than a gunfire ever did. It's not just a place to sleep, it's a chance to remember you're human. Just don't let your guard down. The safe room has an elevated status. Other survivors might recognize it, not just as a structure, but as a signal. It's a safe house. The red door means something. Like a campfire in the wild, it could draw help, or maybe competition. The safe room also has tactical positioning. Being underground or tucked into the side of a parking garage means it's harder to spot. No windows, no open skyline. That adds stealth to your defense. You're invisible until you choose not to be. Lastly, blood splattered proof walls. Okay, not really, but they're thick. They absorb noise and heat. And if you played the game, let's just say those things tell stories. Okay, we've been a little too positive, so let's switch over to the cons. The safe house has one way in, but it also means one way out. If they breach that door, game over. There's no fire escape, no back hallway. That door you barricaded with pride, it might double as your coffin lid. All it takes is one mistake and you're boxed in with death. There's also no windows inside of this safe room. No windows equals no recon. You're fighting blind, no visibility, no vantage point. You have to open the door just to see what's waiting. And by then, it's probably already too late. If the crowds are just outside listening, you're walking into a trap. The safe room has limited supplies. No food, no water, and not many meds, unless you get lucky. It's a glorified broom closet with the first aid kit. You're not surviving here. You're stalling. And once that granola bar is gone, guess who's pulling straws for who makes the next supply run? It could be you. It's also too familiar. You think you're clever for heading here? So did the last 10 survivors. And if word got around, zombies might already be sniffing. Or worse, humans. Desperate, dirty humans with itchy fingers and loaded weapons. The kind who see your safe house as a free upgrade. There's no ventilation. 4 bodies, 1 room. No airflow. Within a few days, you're drowning in sweat, stink, and stale air. Breathing gets harder. Tensions rise. Sleep? Forget about it. You'll argue over who farted while the real threat waits outside. There's also graffiti false hope. Safe zone ahead. The military is coming. Help is near. Spray painted lies layered over broken promises. Some messages are warnings, some are traps, and some are just the last thoughts of people who didn't make it. You can also have a psychological breakdown. Claustrophobia hits hard in tight metal spaces. Days start blending. The smallest argument becomes a standoff. And when paranoia sets in, it's not the zombies outside you'll fear. It's the guy sitting next to you. I know you're wondering how this can collapse. Don't worry, I'll tell you how. It's day 4. Coach is injured. Zoe hasn't spoken in 36 hours. And Ellis is still telling that damn story about his cousin in the Ferris wheel. You're almost out of food. Just some canned peas and a half-eaten protein bar that smells like socks. Suddenly, pounding at the door. Not zombies, survivors. 6 of them. Desperate, armed, and starving. You're at full capacity. Supplies are low. If you let them in, someone doesn't eat. If you don't, they might just take what they want. You try to reason, but they raise their guns. Coach cocks his gun. The safe house becomes a war zone. Bullet screams, then silence. And trying to protect your last haven, you might have lost the only thing that mattered, your humanity. For my final verdict, on paper, the safe house looks like a smart call. Strong door, defendable space, and rest stop potential. But in reality, it's a short-term solution, a checkpoint, not a destination. The one door setup is both its strength and its weakness. No backup plan if things go south. No sustainable food, water, or ventilation. Great for 24 hours, maybe 48, but anything longer, you're risking everything for the illusion of safety. For short-term survival up to 30 days, I rank it a 0. For long-term, even worse. It's useful, iconic, but not your end game. Think you could survive in a real safe house like this? Drop your survival rating in the comments below, 1 to 10. And if you've ever made it through Left 4 Dead on Expert, we salute you. Subscribe for more cinematic survival breakdowns, and remember, the undead don't rest, so neither do we. And thank you so much for watching our videos.